I love this. I love it. That voice right there is a young man who's done some really incredible things with his life, taking that initiative that you just heard him speak of, taking life by the horns and directing it the way you want to. Not looking for doing what you plan to do later and executing it today is one key to success. I watched this man on his platforms. He has 4 platforms, 5 really 4 that are active. And for the past 10 years, he has accumulated over 7 billion streams. His platforms are all about him and his family, his kids, his wife, and the different trials and tribulations that they deal with every single day, mostly fun, learnable moments. I watched him surprise his wife for a trip that he was going to take her on. She didn't know where they were going to go. They solicited the audience, guess where we're going to go, and became a really fun, engaging thing to do. But as they experience these things, they go through life, the viewer starts to learn and be able to engage in it and be inspired by it. And that's the thing I really like, too, is the way he inspires his audience. And he's here today. He's promoting his YouTube channels, hanging out. He's by way of T-Dot. You can see him right now. He got on his war uniform just in case somebody want to battle him. This man has a superior mindset when it comes to entrepreneurship, but what I love most about him is this dynamic between his family, his kids, and his wife. I want to welcome him to the show, and he's going to drop some gems of how you, too, can become a successful entrepreneur and incorporate your family members in it. Please welcome him to the show. The one and only Trey Rush is here. Trey!
I appreciate it. Thank you, brother.
Trey!
Yes, sir. I'm happy to be here, man. I'm super excited.
Take me on the trip, Trey. I want to go.
Where you trying to go?
Wherever.
Where y'all want to go?
With y'all. Okay, that would be dope. That would be dope.
That would be amazing, bro.
Man, you're not someone that if not everybody would know, even though you probably have more exposure than most people we do know, right?
Right.
But at some point in your life 10 years ago, what were you doing before you became this entrepreneur and start working these platforms?
Job to job, just bouncing around like whatever was paying the bills. Call centers mostly, tech support, collections, really whatever. Yeah, doing overtime. Just to be honest, hated it. Like absolutely hated it. But I knew like the thing that I won't say separated me, but the thing that kept me going is I always knew no matter what I was going through, no matter how much I hated it. Because, bro, I would literally go to work and, like, I would have this sick feeling in my stomach. Like, that's how bad I didn't want to go. But I always knew I was going to do something bigger. So no matter how much I hated it, I let that fuel me that I'm feeling this for a reason. It's a sign. Let me tap into that and let that be my power to have, like, visions and keep trying new things. And eventually, bro, just trying behind the scenes, like, while I was doing these jobs, trying X, Y, Z, all these different endeavors that failed terribly.
Like what?
Like pyramid schemes. I didn't know there were pyramid schemes at the time.
Damn, man.
Unintentionally. I thought it's a legit business.
Network
But you get
marketing.
into it. Exactly.
Network
You get into
marketing.
it, you think it's, everything they're saying it is, and it's the opposite.
Yeah.
Drink this juice.
Yeah. Buy your groceries from here or get this membership.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And door to door, different businesses going door to door, knocking on doors. And really just every clothing line. I tried to launch my own clothing line. I had a little bit of sales, but
What was it called?
it was something stupid.
We don't know his name.
I'm going to have to go in the
It ain't
archives
Ralph,
on my
though.
Instagram. It's been that long. This is like 15 years ago. I remember the designs. I was actually painting on the clothes myself. So I was
Okay.
painting, it wasn't really about the name. It was about like the image on the clothes, hand painted and stuff.
Okay.
I'll go in the archives on my IG and tell it to you later.
Okay.
Literally everything, bro. And then, it was like, okay, how many times can I fail and keep going and eventually something's going to click? And sure enough, so the last thing I was trying that failed, well, it really failed, but I pivoted, was acting and modeling. I was like, I knew deep down I wanted to be an entertainer. So I figured that acting and modeling could be a way in. So I was actually in New York, bro. It's funny. This is a full circle moment for me because I've been to New York a few times in between, but not many. I was in New York maybe like 10 years ago, 11 years ago, and I was doing like, I don't know, they try to get you placements for modeling and acting with these agencies. Yeah. So I'm like, what the hell am I doing? Like, it was super uncomfortable. It wasn't really me, but I'm like pushing myself past my comfort zone. I'm there. And I got a shut on my wife because she was like, okay, why are you pursuing this? Why don't you just vlog behind the scenes on YouTube? I'm like, I don't want to be a YouTuber. I want to be an actor. I kept saying no. Wow. Eventually, she showed me one specific YouTuber. And she was like, look, To be honest, you're way more handsome than him. Shout out my wife.
That's
She's
a great
bringing up my
wife, man.
confidence.
Right.
Give her a round of applause, man. What's her name? Keisha?
Keisha, yeah.
I love her.
And,
You way better than this ugly motherfucker over here making money.
Bro, not the same words. That's pretty much what she said.
He ugly as shit, baby. You can do this.
And for some reason, this specific time it clicked, and I was like, all right, let's try it. So we had like a video camera at the time, or no, like a photo shoot camera, trying to do it again, like the modeling shit. She would, do my photos and stuff. We sold that. We got a vlog camera. And really quick, bro, within like a month, the rest is history because I fell in love with the fact that there was no ceiling. After, not making no money, just uploading a few videos, I'm like, hold on, I control this fully.
Yeah.
I can put out 1,000 videos and eventually something's gonna hit. If I put my heart and soul into 1,000 videos, something's gonna hit. So yeah, we just fell in love with that aspect.
What was the first video to hit? Because that would become like that research point. What was it that you
That
did?
belief factor. I call it the belief factor. Once something hits, you're like, okay, let me double down.
Right.
Yeah.
Which one
Yeah.
was it? What did you do in it?
It was we had a couple that did like a few thousand views, but the first one that really popped, it was called like a boyfriend-girlfriend tag. It was like me and
remember
the
those.
girlfriend at the time. Yeah, we were just like asking each other silly questions and shit, and it just went viral.
Wow.
Yeah, and it's funny because originally it wasn't even supposed to be the family. It was supposed to be just me. Again, like behind the scenes of me pursuing this acting dream. But as soon as the camera seen the rest of the family, people are like, hold on, we want more of that.
Yeah.
And we realized that's where the energy was.
Yep.
Really?
Now Joe's mad right now, Joe Claire, because you know it's like because all of the success you're having, Joe would love to have that kind of.
Goddamn right.
Let's work, bro. Let's do some content.
And not just me. Everybody listening is like, are you telling me the call center dude can start doing videos with his girlfriend and get 10 billion motherfucking streams and be on Sway? Yes, we all mad.
Right.
Please.
Oh, man.
Please, Trey.
You do clips too, though. But
Yes, I
maybe
do.
you could ask him for some advice.
Oh, that was next. Yes,
Okay.
that was next because my clips might get, a couple. I might get 20,000 views. All right, on an Instagram hit,
Which is
maybe
dope.
some.
That is dope.
That's really
What
dope.
we
Yeah.
talking
Good,
about
Joe.
right
Most people would kill for
What are we
20,000.
talking
20,000 is
about?
popping.
That's my high, but that's my ceiling.
Yeah.
And I haven't been able to crack the code of going beyond that ceiling.
Right.
And you would expect somebody who's got 20, 30, 40 years in the game to be able to garner 20,000 views. But and I know a lot of people like me can't garner 500,000 views, 100,000 views, 500,000, million views,
Right.
so on and so forth. What is, I don't want to say what am I doing wrong, but what is the secret formula, if you would? What's the thing that you found that people relate to most?
That people relate to most is, okay, so it's actually a balance between two things because it almost sounds contrary to what you're asking, but it's putting the most energetic, full out, not holding back version of yourself compiled with, like paired with being that authentic version of yourself. So I'm not saying put on an act, but it's entertainment. So you got to give them, you got to really not hold back. And that, the crazy person that we all are when no one's watching, you singing in the mirror, you listening to your music or whatever, be that person on camera to the fullest. Put out the most energy and not hold back.
Really?
Yeah.
It'll work, man.
It'll
Well,
work.
I could do him all day.
There you go. And also, be a student of the craft. Obviously, you've been in the game a long time, you know this, but, constantly seeing what's trending. Not to copy it, but okay, there's little elements of things that you see, 5 different people are popping, they're all doing similar things. What can I take from that and implement organically into my own content? So constantly reinventing yourself and seeing what's popping and, doing a little bit of that.
I don't want to stop the conversation, but I had a conversation with Country Wayne.
Country Wayne, that's
Wayne.
our guy. He been on the show. He
And-
did our. Remember Country Wayne
Yes.
did Caroline's for us.
Absolutely.
And it was my first ever conversation with him, and I sort of was picking his brain. We were working on a movie together, and he said, I said, well, what do? I don't even know where I would start outside of what I already do. He was like, well, you want to go back and just look at my channel and do what the fuck I did.
That's the formula right there.
And for us, that was the flip, because it
Yeah.
used to be don't touch what nobody else did. You don't do what the other guy did. And
Yep.
he explained to me that the algorithm don't give a fuck about what you did. It's can you make this joint jump?
And actually, the algorithm will help you. If you're doing something that's already popping and trending and you jump on it, bro, it's going to accelerate your views, especially on YouTube. Like my family, it's never no competition with other YouTubers, but bro, we've been the trendsetters for 10 years. Like there's so many countless trends and different type of content we'll do, from skits to challenges, and people run with it. And at first, I can't lie, we're like a little bit like, damn, y'all really copying exactly what we're doing. But after years and years and seeing this is how the algorithm works, now every once in a while we're like, okay, we're hopping on that challenge. We're going to do that one. It's part of the game.
Yeah, there's hundreds of family channels now, bro.
Thousands, millions probably.
Were there any when you started that you could recall?
There was, but it definitely wasn't saturated like it is now.
You're the reason.
Big one of them.
Y'all big one. Trey Rush is here.
Trey, for those who are just getting to know you right now, can you share what age your kids were when you started putting them on your platforms?
Yeah, so if we started 9 years ago, that means my son was 5. And yeah, Callie was like 1 or 2. We only had 2 kids at the time. We have 3 now.
Was that a complex question for you guys to answer in terms of sharing your kids publicly? Because there's many conversations about it. Considering what Sway said, you have a lot of families that are like, my kid is really cute. There's always an appeal when it comes to the younger ones. Yep. But then on the flip side, privacy. We think about a lot of creeps online. We also are like, okay, are we nurturing our children to be so attached to the spotlight where it impacts their confidence, their self-esteem, et cetera, et cetera? How did you guys come to the decision to share your children? And also, what guardrails do you instill as a family to protect them?
I'll be super honest. When we started, it was about just trying to make some money. Like, we were trying to get out of poverty, to be honest. We had nothing. Like, we're living off the dollar menu McDonald's, like, not having no money for the bus to get to work, like stuff like that. So, not saying we had it the hardest, but we didn't have no money. So at that point, it was like, how can we just provide for our camera? We weren't thinking about that. And we also didn't know where it was going to go. You know, we're just trying to pay the bills at that point.
Word.
Once it started really growing and we started, accumulating some fame, definitely we started to see both sides. I'll be lying to you if I said there's not pros and cons to this. 100% there is. But what I always fall back on, the reason I sleep so well at night about this specific topic is that me and my wife talk about this all the time. The pros strongly outweigh the cons. So absolutely, they're going to be, experiencing things that, quote unquote, not normal. We go to the store on the weekend, or we go to, a play place where kids are playing on the weekend. We can't go. It's going to be too crazy.
You're popular like that? Wow. Your kids are popular with the kids?
The kids are super famous, bro. Super.
Really?
Yeah, certain places we can't go.
Disney Channel famous?
Yeah, probably, bro. Not to sound egotistical, but probably more, because most kids, the younger generation, this is all they watch. All they watch is YouTube. They don't watch TV. They don't stream that much. Well, they stream on YouTube. That's about it.
But crowds of kids are chasing you. I'm just trying to
visualize.
It'll turn into like a crazy meet and greet, like going crazy. We got to get out of there.
So how do they, like, to Tracy's point, does it scare your kids? Or?
Well, all right, so let me finish. So talking about how there's pros and cons. So that's some of the cons, 100%. It definitely alters their experiences growing up a little bit. The pros, though, and they may not fully understand this at this age, but the fact that we're been able to build a family business together and have all these experiences, like I went from personally hardly seeing my kids. I was working like 12 hours a day, 13 hours a day, just the way my shifts where I worked evenings, they'd go to school or daycare in the morning. I would never see them. So that in itself, there's multiple things I could get into, but that in itself, we now have 10 years, almost a decade. We're together almost 24/7 building this business, the memories together, you know what I'm saying? So there's that. And then also getting into like the financial side, it's definitely not all about money, but my kids are set for life. So when they come in, into
stop. You gotta stop right there.
I mean,
you gotta stop for a second. Hold on, Trey. Hold on. I'm a black daddy. I need to hear this. They set for life.
I'm a black daddy.
I'm a black daddy. I need to. This is what I need to hear.
Yeah, that's the part. This is where it gets interesting.
Let's put it this way. When they reach adulthood, right, when they're able to be like, let's say they're 18 and they're ready to tell me exactly what they want to do, they have a plan, we can support them in anything they want to do. Any business they want to do, they want to go open a retail store, an online business, they want to do real estate, whatever they want. Plus, they obviously got money in the bank, but you know what I'm saying? They're good, whatever they want to do.
So you say the camera was just
You're about to go back.
Man, I need the equipment list. Give me the equipment list.
I love this. This is Trey Rush is a businessman, entrepreneur, father, husband who took life in his own hands, pivoted, changed his journey, and now he's here to teach. And we're here to learn.
Yeah, Trey, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here. I kind of want to tap in from the marriage side of it, because Joe and I were having a conversation earlier today as the three of us being married people and working with your spouse.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Let's get into it.
Yeah. don't laugh, Trey. But how do you sometimes, because we're human, you're a husband and I'm a wife and he's a husband, but we're human. And sometimes you need that space, right?
Yeah.
You just need, how does that work? Because you're living together, you're working together, you're dreaming together, right? You're building together. She's a mom, you're a father. How do you guys get separate time together if necessary?
Really, it was a natural evolution. Like, you know, again, going back to when we started, we felt like we had to record everything. And because we were just so hell-bent on getting out of the situation we're in, we weren't thinking about that. Just, you know, starting to make a little bit of money, we're like, okay, fuck everything else. As long as we get this money, we good. But I'm being honest, bro.
Keep it a buck. Keep it a buck.
Trey sound like a black daddy.
Keep it a buck.
But, you know, again, as time went on and now we don't have to record every day, naturally we started to realize, okay, we'll pick and choose when we work. And to me, that's one of the biggest beauties of entrepreneurship. Yes, we work more than regular jobs, in my opinion. You know, not dissing 9 to 5 all that life, but I feel like entrepreneurs, we work more. We work 24/7, and that's the only way we keep our businesses afloat. At the same time, the beauty of it is that we can also pick and choose when we do that. So when we feel that pressure, we need to have a day or two where we're not working, or, you know, you go out with the girls, I'll go out with the guys, whatever. We'll do it. And we've built a lifestyle of business where we have the authority to make that decision in the moment. We can wake up, today's not the day to film, no problem. Let's do something else.
Would you?
Ooh, I love that.
Yeah.
To piggyback on top of that, would you say that building this thing together has made your relationship stronger than other couples that you see? I know working with my wife, when we do argue and fall apart and everything else, when we come back together, it just feels to me like we're 10 times stronger than the people next door.
1,000%, brother. Like, absolutely. To me, there's so many dope things about it, so many beautiful things about building it with your spouse or your significant other. But to me, the best thing is the memories. Like, having these achievements, having a goal together, and then you go get it.
Yeah.
Bro, it's one thing to have an accomplishment by yourself. Okay, it's cool. You know, I did it. You feel good, obviously. But when you do it with someone, and you both shared that goal and you obtain it together, sharing that is the most beautiful part. It's better than the actual accolade itself.
I like that. Yeah. Trey Rush is here, man. He's done what we all hope to do. He's made a fortune through the digital spaces. I want to ask you this. So how old are your kids? Name your kids now.
So Camaro, our son, he's 14. Callie, our oldest daughter, she's 10. And then Kira is 5.
Kira's 5.
2 daughters, yeah.
Kira did some, that's the one who did the,
No, that was Callie.
Callie did some TikTok videos, and they did a reaction video to it, and I don't know if they was expecting Callie. She was like Shakira, the hips don't lie dance. She was doing something like that on TikTok. I would have been frightened. I would have been infuriated, boy.
I was holding back a little bit. I talked about being full out. I think I was holding back on that video.
You was you? Okay,
a little bit.
Looking at your face.
You ain't a black daddy.
Because you was like, yeah, there she goes. But let me ask you this.
Because I'd have whipped some ass.
Come on, right? But there comes
there
comes a point when our kids, at some point, they start branching off and experiencing their own thing, want to do their own thing, you know.
Right.
Your kids have been on camera for years. Has the older ones are they getting jaded by it at all? Do they not want to do this sometimes? Do they go, Dad, damn, we got to do this shit again?
They go through their phases.
Okay.
Yeah, 100% they do.
Yeah.
Again, this is part of the way we structured the business was for this particular reason, right? We have multiple channels. We have different outlets. And we also have different businesses altogether now. So when, for example, Callie, since you mentioned her, she was in a phase, not anymore, but she was in like almost a 2-year phase where she barely wanted to record. And we're like, all right, so no worries. We're going to focus on Camaro. We're going to focus on me and Keish. We're going to focus on Kira. And then naturally not pushing her, letting her just do it. Let her, first and foremost, let them be kids.
Yeah.
Let her be a kid. And then she's seeing the rest of the family have so much fun. She'll come back. And that's exactly what happened. Now she's back in her bag. She's like going crazy again.
She good.
So we gave her that time, let her be a kid. And, now she's back on it.
Do you all of us in this room have, including yourself now, have been on camera for a long time, right?
Right.
Heather may have been the first on camera. I don't know when she did 92, when she did Real World. So it is not easy. I've gotten therapy since I worked on camera. Never thought it would be something I would do, just dealing with the public notoriety. Come on, Joe. You know, sometimes it ain't all good.
At all.
Do you have therapists, or do your kids do therapy at all? Or
the kids have never needed it.
Okay.
Yeah, we talk to them every single day. I mean, especially if you can tell they're going through something, we'll make sure we're like, okay, it's time for a heart-to-heart.
Yeah.
Knock on wood, thus far they haven't needed it. On a personal level, the gym is my therapy, bro. I'll be in there just going crazy. That's my therapy.
You don't look like you're in shape at all, really. I want to tell you.
Next time I'm gonna wear something else, bro.
Okay.
Have to get here.
That was just a hate, Trey. Actually.
Yeah,
It was just
yeah.
hate.
In the gym? Okay, all right.
You?
Yeah, I would have guessed that.
Sway said you.
But the gym's been your therapy.
Yeah, and that's also how I manifest.
Okay.
Yeah, like I meditate a lot, but I'm giving y'all like one of my secrets right now, and this is big. I've talked about it a little bit on Instagram, but I'll go more in depth. I found a shortcut to manifesting, and I'm talking like expediting years in the process. I don't know if it works for everyone. What resonates with me may not resonate with you, and vice versa. But what I do is I'll get into like a cardio session. I'll get into the treadmill, for example, go an uphill walk, not too fast.
Wait. What decline at?
8.
8 and what speed?
The speed is like 3 miles,
For how long?
30, 40 minutes.
For where he's at in his athletic journey.
Okay. Go ahead. So, no, I'm just
But
going.
this one in particular is not about the physical excursion. It's really about the mental. So
Yeah.
what I'll do is I'll put on meditative music. For me, it sounds crazy, but it's like house music, certain type of house music. And then I'll close my eyes and just hold on and just visualize. I'll try to play a movie in my head of everything that I want to happen in my life over the next month, over the next week, over the next year, 5 years. I'll literally just play this movie and visualize down to every specific detail. So detailed and so consistently that it starts like I can feel it, smell it. I can feel the emotions of what it's going to feel like when I'm going to actually do those things. And what happens is this becomes indistinguishable to your subconscious mind.
Yes.
So now when you're subconscious, this is already your reality. So then your energy now, it has to match up with your reality and your subconscious mind, and circumstances in the real world start to align with that. And you find, sure enough, it'll start happening. And this has been like my secret. I've been doing this since before YouTube, and to be honest, that's what kind of got me here. It's like nonstop hard work, but the mind state is really those two together. That's the secret formula right there.
Yeah.
Word up.
Yeah.
Word up.
That's the reason why I wanted him on the show right here.
I thought it was to see what your incline was going to be the next time you go to the gym. You
I'm gonna
skip
go
past
today.
that?
I'm gonna do that shit today. See what happens in the end, Tracy G.
Yeah,
go-
Trey, did you I could tell because of your love for personal development and how you put that into action in your life. Are there any key books, key scholars that you learn from to craft your own ritual for manifestation?
Absolutely, yeah. So Think and Grow Rich.
Wow.
That's a good starting
Napoleon.
point.
Yep.
Napoleon.
Yep.
Yeah.
Also, I'm a fan of Wayne Dyer. So I find that, yeah, you know about Wayne Dyer? Absolutely. Like, really, I think when it comes to these books, there's a strategic way to do it where you don't go too crazy, you don't want to go too high level when you're starting out. So Wayne Dyer, he's amazing, but he's more like, I would say, entry level. So he starts to get you to at least understand how powerful your mind is. Power of Intention is a great one. Then once you start to read and start to understand some of these books, maybe go from there to Think and Grow Rich, then you get into like 3 magic words. I don't know if you guys ever heard of 3 magic words. So you know what the 3 magic words are.
I love you. No, I'm
No,
joking.
Yeah, you gotta. It's the last page in the last chapter. You find out.
That was good though, Sway.
Thank you, Tracy, for your patronage.
I'm actually so to piggyback on that.
Yeah.
About the time I'm getting out of college, my mother gave me a 6 CD. That's back when CDs was out. Wayne Dyer, Power of Intention.
Yeah.
Right? This
My
was
mom put me on the Wayne too.
Wayne Dyer, Power of
Yeah.
Intention, got me to Rap City.
Let's
Wow,
go.
yeah.
There you
Let's
go.
go.
That's
Come
like
on.
Tony
Real talk.
Robbins, like Godfather.
Yeah.
Crazy.
In a way.
Yeah, I had all of that. I had Michael Beckwith, and he's out at Agape International Spiritual Center. But keep on.
Yeah. How old were you when your mom gave you that?
Man, I actually was 19. I was 22 when I got out of school, but at 19, I took something called Teen Insight. And I went away for a weekend with all these like sort of hippie kind of white folks, and we did all of these experiences. Nah, go ahead with that shit, Sway. It was just experiences, and it was confidence building experiences. It was, they start teaching you about spirituality. And at first, I was like, man, like I'm doing up here with all these white folks. The first night I was like, Mom, I'm ready to go. I don't dig this at all. She said, will you just stay through the first half of the next day?
Wow.
And I did. Changed my life like immediately. And I will never forget it. And it opened me up to It opened me up to vibration.
Yeah.
It opened me up to hearing, not necessarily looking at the messenger, hearing what the message is, because we all vibrate the same regardless of what we look like.
Yeah.
So Farrakhan may have the same vibration as somebody else. Just because it's coming out of his mouth don't mean he ain't got it as well.
Yeah.
And I started taking that in, Sway, and for anybody listening, it works. It gives you the life that you're looking for. I'm sitting here looking at you, having my life.
Yeah.
I'm 50. Y'all just played my record. I'm 50 years old. You played my record on your show, and I ain't known as no rapper. Yeah. I manifested that a long time ago. I ain't want to say nothing, but when you started saying, you manifesting on it, yeah, I manifested.
I love that. So the reason
That's
I really
dope.
wanted to
That's
hear that
dope.
story,
The
reason I really want to hear that story is because my mom she introduced me to The Secret when I was just a teenager. I was like 13, and I took it in. I was like, this is super dope, but I didn't really practice it at that point. I just experienced. And then looking back now, though, it's crazy reflecting, because even without knowing it, I started to implement things that she had taught me in The Secret. And then when I came back, I went through like really hard times in my early 20s. And then like, maybe like 24, 23, I was like, hold on, let me go back to that thing my mom taught me. Then I started getting into the books. So, I could just relate to your story, bro. My mom put me on too, yeah.
Shout out to these mothers, damn it. All right, okay. All right, look, I'm going to open up the phone lines, man. We got Trey Rush here if you want to talk with him. Citizens, I need some of we got some great citizens that tune in. And if you're looking to find ways to improve, to move forward, to uplift, to change in a positive direction, to pivot, talk to these gentlemen up here. 888-742-3345. Let's see what they have to say. Dedicating this to Trey Rush. He's from the T-Dot, right?
How about that?
Come on, man.
Sir.
How about
this
that?
song is your story. How about that? Okay. A little bit over 10 years ago, this man wanted to change his life. He took on a slew of odd and end jobs. He went to work. He had a pit in his stomach. He didn't want to be there so much. The vibration wasn't aligned with what his future was going to be. And his wife,
shout out,
his rib, said, look, everything you're doing is cool. I got a better plan.
Thank God I listened, man. It took a while, but yeah.
This ugly dude is making money on YouTube.
Shout out to the ugly dude.
You can beat him.
You can beat him.
You look way better
than him.
I love that.
But Wi-Fi's are the best eyes. They'll tell you whatever you need to hear.
Can't you hear that conversation? Baby, can I talk to you for a second?
That was a double
just for a quick
entendre
second.
right there.
Wi-Fi's?
Yeah, because the Wi-Fi, because Trey makes all his bread for Wi-Fi.
I knew that. This rap battle got me clever right now.
Let me jot that down.
Quadruple entendres right there.
Drop them on him.
And then he got into the digital space and he saw success in that. And invested and committed to that. He liked that style of being an entrepreneur, being his own boss, incorporating his family in it, building an economical structure that his family could benefit from for the decades to come. His kids are set for life, and he did it in 10 years, accumulated over 7 billion views. He goes by the name of Trey Rush. The Rush Fam. That's one of the channels that he has. What's the other ones?
Famous Tube Family. That's the biggest one. We got Callie's channel, Callie Sade. We have the Rush Life podcast and Rush Fam Gaming.
Okay, we gonna open up the phone lines. He's giving up free game. It's only free because he's here. Beyond this, you got to pay for it. All right, Izzy's on the line from San Diego. Izzy, what's up?
Izzy?
Hey, Izzy.
Hey.
Say what up to Trey Rush.
Hey, you guys. I love the show. Definitely a first-time caller. So
Wait, hold up, Izzy. We got some. We got a first-time caller.
What a time to ring us up.
Welcome to the tribe.
Thank you. I just wanted to call in and say that I've watched this channel and like his family since the very beginning, like Today with Trey, original T Squad.
OG. If you know Today with Trey, you're an OG. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thank you, Izzy.
Yes, and I've seen the growth. And I didn't necessarily have a question. I just wanted to kind of give you guys your flowers, you and Keish, because we started off similar to you guys, and that's why we started watching. And we definitely have been motivated. We have 3 properties now. We've upgraded our life and for our kids, and to see you guys do it first, and you guys are younger than us, but we were like, well, if they can do it, we can do it. And so I just wanted to get on here and let you know, what you guys are putting out there really works, because I know the hate is real sometimes for y'all. But success is a motivator, and you've definitely motivated us. So I just wanted to give you guys your flowers and say hey to Keisha and the kids for me.
Wow.
Izzy, thank you so much. That, super beautiful message. I appreciate it. I don't say this, lightly. Really, people like you who really, seeing that we have an impact, that's what keeps us going. So thank you so much. And I'm proud of you. 3 properties, keep going. That's crazy.
She got 3 properties.
That's amazing. Keep
Are
going.
you a content creator as well, Izzy?
No, we tried that, but it really wasn't for us. We were motivated in multiple ways of trying to create, income for our family. That didn't really work for us. But the real estate thing kind of bit because I already had an interest in it. Mm-hmm. And so it was just one property at a time for us. And so we're still building. But, yeah, they definitely motivated us with just the mindset that he talks about and just seeing their journey. Incredible. And that, it's not all of a sudden, it's something you have to work for every single day.
I love that. All right. Hey, Izzy, thanks for your call all the way in San Diego. It's early out there. You're a super citizen,
That's
okay?
Good morning.
Thank
all right,
you.
cool. We got Bernard on the line from
What
Houston.
up, B?
B, what up, man?
Big B.
What's up? Good morning, y'all.
Hey.
Hey.
Man, I'm out here in Houston, man. I had a question for Mr. Trey. Good morning to everybody, first of all.
Good morning.
All right.
Beautiful opportunity. So we out here working in Houston. I got my girls, man. I got a 5-year-old, a 3-year-old, a 2-year-old, and an 11-month-old, right? I'm a newly married father. Newly married 3 years, and we working in Houston trying to just get the right opportunity. I'm a educator by trade. I do welding work. My daughter is actually on YouTube. We don't actually have a YouTube presence by me being behind on time, just being naive in my own ways. And we just trying to lay the groundwork and find an opportunity we can take care of these kids, man. Because I've been on the ground in Houston every day communicating with people. I really don't do the internet too much, but I have relationships with everybody that I've came across with. And I'm talented, I'm skilled, and we just trying to find a way, man, just to come from out the old ways, I'm just trying to get any information we can get to advance ourselves.
All right. Okay.
I love it, bro. You're definitely working. So what's your goal, though? You're trying to, the YouTube or like, tell me what you're trying to do.
Man, actually, like I said, I jumped on because my kids, man, just the natural talent, just the times, man, I would look at my kids on YouTube. She actually is on my channel, but I would just look at the work she's doing. I'm like, man, they can be just straight on their own without even knowing they're even working. They don't have to work, but they can learn so many different things from just the experiences of. I watch my daughter on YouTube, and I'm like, man, that's just natural talent. They can do anything they want to do. And by me running into some hard times and just not knowing something. Yeah. Didn't know how to pay my bills. You know what I mean? It baffled me. You know what I mean?
All right. Okay.
I need to, you need to know something and communicate with people.
You need to learn.
We are the human resources.
You must learn.
We are the human resources.
What's your daughter's YouTube channel?
Yes.
Man, it's under Denard Bienemy, but it's at Knowledge Houston.
Wait, say that again.
Slow.
Denard Bienemy, but it's if you add it, it says at Knowledge Houston. We doing work. We do. My goal.
All right, Bernard, hold on one second. Bernard, hold on one second. You wanted to say something?
Yeah, just real quick. I just wanted to ask about the TikTok ban. I don't know if you guys got into that, but just like
let's finish Bernard.
Bernard, I think from what you tell me, you definitely you're doing the right thing. The fact that you setting the example with all the work you're doing, right? Even if it's behind the scenes, kids are sponges, so they're seeing you put in the work, and they're gonna appreciate that, and they're gonna have work ethic as they get older. But if YouTube is the goal, just do it full out. And I would say, if you can find a way to push yourself outside your comfort zone and get on that camera with them, that's going to change the whole dynamic. Now, not only is it potential to do, as I did with the family business and make good money, but you can have these memories together, and it'll be so much more fun for them. Regardless if it pops off or not, knock on wood, I hope it does for you, but you're going to build these memories together, and that's going to be the win right there regardless. So I would say do it with them. Just be a student of it. Study it.
All right. Hey, Bernard, that sounds like some great advice, man. Keep us posted on the turnout, okay?
Man, for sure. I appreciate y'all.
All right. You're a super
God bless those women, man. The power of these educating women, man, because
Yeah.
they're really giving us all the game we need.
There you go. I love that,
you're
B. You a
welcome.
super citizen,
A
B.
Sway in the morning.
DB, your question real quick.
Yeah, I just wanted to get your thoughts on the whole TikTok ban. I don't know if you're following that that case or whatever. That all the dialogue that's been brought up about the TikTok is a different app. It is here than it is in China and things like that. I don't know if you have any thoughts on it.
Really, not the specifics of like the behind the scenes, what's going on. I don't know much about it. I have a perspective in terms of like what it does to the kids, though. 100%, I think it can be a negative and a positive because my kids are like any other. If you let them scroll for hours, they're going to scroll for hours, and then you don't know what they're consuming. So I think as parents, we definitely got to know what they're doing, what they're watching, have limits on it from a time frame perspective, and also what they're consuming. But at the same time, it can also be a huge positive. People's lives have changed from TikTok. So it can be, maybe not YouTube or maybe not Instagram. Maybe TikTok is what makes you blow up and changes your life. So there's upside for sure.
Do you think, real quickly, do you think any of these social media platforms are doing nefarious things? Like the reason that TikTok was banned or they're talking about is they think that the Chinese government is in cahoots with that company and we have been compromised, blah, blah, blah. Mm-hmm. Do you think that these companies do nefarious things? You are one of the people who's making a living at this. You're sitting in it just like a rapper would be sitting at a label who's a superstar.
Right.
And now people are saying, well, the labels were always they had a different agenda. Do you think these platforms have a different agenda?
I wouldn't put it past them. Anything is possible. Anything is possible.
Have you seen anything? Does anything give you caution or like, okay, hold on, baby, we gotta slow this down because I saw this or I saw that?
Well, not necessarily like that, but one thing I can speak on from experience is that certain times if you want to express yourself unfiltered, they will make sure that their opinion overrides yours. You know what I mean? And but so that can be super frustrating. But at the same time, like the way we look at it. And, it's different for everyone, but also this is how we feed our family. This is how we pay the bills. So sometimes we're like, all right, can't talk about that, but it's business.
What have been some of those topics?
COVID, when that whole thing was going on, that's the best example. Politics, we don't really talk about politics on the channel, but if you dibble and dabble into it, there's a lot of censorship.
Yep.
Any subject that naturally there's a lot of tension. And the people behind the scenes, definitely have their input. Yeah.
So are you suggesting that new creators stay away from those as they build their thing out for their family and everything else, or dive right in?
To each his own, right? Like
okay.
I can't tell you what to do. It depends on, are you really trying to make it about being a lucrative business, or are you trying to really make it your unfiltered views, or is it a balancing act in between?
I need business.
I heard that. Trey Rush, ladies and gentlemen, what a great conversation, man. Thank you, brother.
I
hope you had a good time, man.
I want to come back, bro. Let's run it back.
We got a new Trey Rush segment. He's coming back once a month. He just said it.
Oh, I want to say one thing if we got time.
Yes.
Yeah, so
Turn that down.
So we talked a lot about personal development. So I have my app coming out, Life Unlimited. You can go to my Instagram and see the link. You can sign up for the email list and everything, for the wait list. Life Unlimited is going to be the self-help app that really changes the world, that caters to everyone. And it's really going to give you the tools that I implemented in my life to change your life. And I'm super excited. We should be launching later this year. I also have something in the F&B industry dropping. When I drop that, it's going to change the game. We got to come back. I got to.
Please, bro.
When that launches.
You got an open invitation to be here.
I
Bring
appreciate
Keisha.
it.
Bring
the whole family.
Yeah, bring the whole family.
Yeah.
If they want to come, bring the whole family.
Absolutely.
Life Unlimited.
Yeah, we vlogging right now.
We are vlogging.
Can I ask one more last question?
Nah, Joe, we got to go. But tell them what you're doing tonight.
I'm sorry, my bad. Yeah, I'm at Salsa Con Fuego tonight in the Bronx. Come see your boy.
There you go, Joe.
Yeah.
But come back.
Oh, I'll be back. I'll be back for sure.
This is the iconic one, Joe Claire. Give him a round of applause. He helped build BET.
Yes, indeed.
PGC. All of them.
And I see y'all in Detroit with Chris Thomas on the 17th and the 18th.
There you go. I love you, Joe.
Love you, brother.
Hey, man.
I love you, brother. It's incredible to see you. Heather, you already know. I smiled as soon as I saw you yesterday.
Thank you.
The two of you guys together form something good and incredible. And do not stop. Keep going. I love y'all. Love y'all. Love y'all. Y'all are inspiration and motivation for me.
Thank you, man.